For the glute-focused leg press, we want to place the feet higher on the platform and hip width apart with the toes pointed straight forward. This is going to line things up best to bias the glute max. Wider with the toes pointed out is going to bias more adductors, so it's important to make sure that we're keeping the feet right about in line with your hip structure and the toes pointed straight up. While we do want to place the feet higher on the foot platform for glute bias, we shouldn't go too high or we're going to lose a lot of knee stability. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if we go too low, we're going to be biasing a lot more quads. So the goal is to kind of find that happy medium. Here's what to look for. At the bottom of the movement where the knees are bent, we want the legs to be making a 90-degree angle. When we get less than a 90-degree angle and the knees are more bent at the bottom, as shown here, we're going to be biasing more quads. Whereas if we go too high, like I've shown here, we're going to really limit our knee stability and the amount of weight we can push. And then at the bottom, the legs will be making greater than a 90-degree angle. When doing these, we want to pull ourselves down nice and hard into the seat with the handles by the sides. And it's really important that we keep the low back connected to the back pad at all times. Don't allow it to roll up like I'm showing here. Notice the space that appears right at the base of my low back as I come down too far and the back rolls off of the back pad. Instead, we want to keep the low back and hips connected to the back pad at all times and keep a neutral spine. Lastly, let's discuss setup. If your seat adjusts, you want to have it on the lower setting. And then before you load up with weight, make sure you adjust the foot platform to the notch that is most conducive to your height. And if it's your first time using this machine, make sure you practice your foot position, practice unlocking and relocking the machine, all of that before you actually load it up with weight. I know the leg press can look a little bit intimidating when you just look at it for the first time, but I promise you it's really not. And especially if you get in and practice everything before you actually add load, you're gonna feel really confident when you do start to add plates.